What's going on, everyone? So Kevin Durant is expected to be traded this upcoming offseason. Obviously, the Phoenix Suns were looking to trade him at the trade deadline. I think that is the wrong move. I just don't think that they're going to get the return for Kevin Durant. I think if they really want to fix it, Devin Booker is the way to fix it. I just don't think that they're going to trade Devin Booker. So they're probably going to trade Kevin Durant in the offseason. Okay. Question becomes, where does Kevin Durant go that makes sense, right? What team, because he doesn't want to go back to the Warriors or anything like that. So, what teams make sense? I think that there are a couple teams that immediately jump out that I do think make some sense. There's a list of teams. You got the Spurs, the Lakers, the Rockets, these teams that are all supposedly interested in and expected to kind of make a push for a Kevin Durant in the offseason. I think the San Antonio Spurs make a ton of sense for Kevin Durant because the beauty of Kevin Durant is he doesn't need the ball. He's excellent on ball, right? He can go, one of the better pick and roll guys too, right? As the initiator, right? He on ball can just take over and be great. But we know he can play off ball and be very effective off ball and is one of the guys in the league that is ultra efficient, but as well as scarier off ball than he is on ball. Because at any moment, he just catch the ball and release it, right? We've seen it with Golden State, things like that, right? We've seen a lot of people that have been like, yeah, but he's more on ball now. Yeah, because he has to be, right? The Suns are at their best when Kevin Durant has the ball in their hands, right? Brooklyn, they were at their best when Kevin Durant had the ball in their hands. But you've seen team like Phoenix or a team like Golden State where he is as big of a threat. Yeah, he had the ball in his hands at times, but he also was a huge threat when he was off ball because you had these other guys. I think somebody like the Spurs that have a De'Aaron Fox who can just go get buckets, help you close down the stretch, right? Just be that, give you that different look, and particularly the point of attack two-way kind of guard, all-star caliber guard with Wemby and him just being that interior presence. He's an automatic 10 feet in, right? But then adding a guy like Kevin Durant. Also, Kevin Durant, I think, would help with his development, right? Because there's a lot of talk about, Wemby wants to be more KD than he does Hakeem, right? Well, what better way to learn how to be more KD-like than from KD, right? So you get that. Also, I think that would put them in position to be a contender. Right? Genuinely. Having Kevin Durant, Victor Wembanyama, and De'Aaron Fox would probably be the best trio in the league, right? And Wemby is so cheap. He makes $13 million next year and $16 million the year after that. And then you also look at Kevin Durant, right? He's a guy that, again, would complement those two guys and not take away from what they do, right? Fox could still be Fox. Wemby could still be Wemby. And then Kevin Durant kind of fit in. He'd go get you 25 on 14 shots, right? So I just think that would be a very nice compliment. Lakers, right? Because they're one of the teams that are linked. If you can do it, you don't say no, right? It'd be hard to turn down getting Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Luka, right? And again, Kevin Durant playing off of Luka and LeBron would be ridiculous, right? And Kevin Durant might be the best star alongside Luka because, again, he can do so much off ball and he's so efficient, right? So Luka could still be him. I think it really boils down to how well do Luka and LeBron mesh, right? Because if there's this hey, it's not quite what you need it to be, right? Then adding another star, even like a Kyrie. Kyrie's supposedly, there's a lot of talk about him potentially going to the Lakers in the offseason, right? Again, it's the same concept, right? If Luka and LeBron figure it out and they're great, then yeah, it makes sense bringing in a Kyrie or a KD because they're just upgrades over an Austin Reeves or something like that. But if it's clunky, it doesn't make sense to bring in another star because now you got to get that star in on the clunkiness, and now it's just now you got to try to balance that. It can make things worse, right? We've seen Phoenix Suns is a great example, right? It's more than just putting names on the back of the jersey, right? The pieces have to complement and fit each other. I'm not saying that LeBron and Luka won't figure it out. I'm just saying we need more than 2 games and just getting back from injury Luka to decide, right? So we'll see how that works out. I think if you're the Lakers, I think you go more the depth and versatile route. I think you trust Luka and LeBron being your 2 stars and are enough to win you. Those 2 guys alone could get you to the conference finals, right? Again, Kevin Durant, I feel yes, if it works, you're probably winning the chip multiple years, right? but I don't think it's like a complete necessity. Right? Like I would rather kind of look at the Lakers to kind of go more versatile, more depth, kind of get the more complementary pieces around side Luka and LeBron. That's just me personally. But again, I think if the Lakers can realistically get KD, they probably go get KD. Right? So that's something to keep in mind. Houston, I'm not super, like, I think Houston should stay the course. We see this all the time. These young, talented, gifted teams that are on the right track. And it's just like, just stay the course, stay patient, stay the course, and you're there, right? And they always seem to want to like rock the boat, right? Like, again, you saw it with Phoenix, you saw it with, some like these teams, Sacramento, and they ended up losing their star because of it, right? Like, you have these teams where it's just like, you're there. Atlanta was another team, right? Like, in the conference finals, we're a good young team, and then just started, we need another on-ball point guard, right? Like, let's take the ball out of our best players' hands, right? Like, it just, the decision-making of some of these organizations is terrible. And I think Houston is one of those teams that it's just like, stay the course, right? Like, Kevin Durant is not the guy you need. Like, I don't think Kevin Durant on Houston now makes Houston the best team in the league. Right? Does it make them better? Yes, absolutely. But I think you have the right trajectory. Now, if the right star comes along, that makes it, then sure, right? Like, but I just don't think Kevin Durant, like, how much longer is Kevin Durant's window? Right? Another 3 years, another 5 years maybe, right? Like, sure, but you don't know, right? Like, it could be 2 years, could be after next year, right? Like, who knows, right? So you look at these teams, I look at these young teams, and I'm just like, stay the course, right? Like, you don't need to get crazy, you don't need to do anything too insane, just stay the course. So I just think Houston, they should just stay out of it entirely. Somebody's going to trade for Kevin Durant, obviously. If Kevin Durant becomes available, I mean, most teams. I think Memphis makes a lot of sense for KD, right? They really need kind of a more proven three. Also, I think he just brings that guy that can help kind of close games, bring that experience that they need, right? I think would give them a different look, make them better in the half court at times. Right? I think that, something like, like having like your core with like Ja, Durant, Triple J, and then Edie, I think would be very formidable. I think now you're talking like you're a very good basketball team. Get that like point of attack. Can you get like a point of attack two-way guy to kind of pair alongside like a Ja and stuff? Because you're probably trading Bangs and whatever else you need to go get a KD. But like if you have something where it's like Ja, 3-and-D, Wayne or guard, KD, Triple J, and Edie, I think now you're a title contender. Right? That's a team that I'd look to maybe push for KD, but would KD want to go to Memphis, right? Like, because KD is going to have a lot of power. He's going to have a lot of say, a lot of control on where he goes. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Where do you want to see KD end up? Where do you want to see KD land? However you feel, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.